Now, you guys have already done some painting, but we're going to kind of go over how you can take care of our supplies, specifically when you're painting. We're going to look at tempera cakes and watercolor. Those ones are watercolor. The ones on the left are tempera cakes. Both are water-based, so both need water to work. Let's focus on tempera cakes first. When you're ready to use one, you need to gently wake it up. This is what it looks like to gently wake it up. I add a little bit of water, a little bit at a time, and then finally, when it seems like I've got paint ready to go, I'm good to start painting. When you are using water-based paints, whether it's tempera cakes like these or watercolor, if you notice your paint is just a little light, like it's kind of see-through and it's really light in color, that just means you added more water than you needed to. You can go ahead and keep using your paint, in this case my orange tempera paint, without adding more water for a little while. Now with paints like these, when you are ready to switch colors, you need to really carefully wash your brush. We swirl it around the water, and then when there is no more color on your brush, you can go ahead and wake up your next color. So I woke up blue, and I can now paint with my blue. Now say you're painting, and then your brush starts to look a little bit crazy. It starts to look more like that. That just means that your brush needs more water. It's too dry. So add more water to your watercolor, and then you will start getting a nice brush stroke again. Speaking of your brush, we do not want to paint in a way that gives our brush crazy hair. So none of this. That is bad for our brushes. It ruins the bristles of the brush. So instead, when you're painting, use it like this. You can go in different directions just like I showed you, but see how my paintbrush hairs are still nice and neat? That's because I was soft and gentle with my paintbrush. Moving on to watercolor, all the rules are basically the same with watercolors, they just are a little bit different style of paint. We still have to gently wake them up by adding water a little bit at a time, and we also don't mix them in the watercolor tray, just because everybody else uses these watercolors too, so we need to take care of them. You know how annoying it is when you go to use like a yellow and it's actually brown or green. But with water-based paint, you can mix your colors on your paper. So I'm going to paint this pink swatch right here. Remember, I'm going gently with my paintbrush, keeping the bristles nice and neat. I'm going to wash my brush, and I think I'm going to wake up green. If I put green right next to my pink that I just painted, the water will move and it will mix them just a little bit right where they touch. The water will kind of move for us, so we don't even need to do it with our brush ourselves. And then it will kind of blend into each other. Notice how softly I dip my brush into my watercolors. If you ever notice that you are having trouble picking up watercolor onto your brush and you're having to dig in the watercolor, that just means you need to add more water. We should never have to dig inside the watercolor. You should just really gently rub your brush on the top, and then you'll be able to pick up paint. Now, when you are ready, say you're all done painting, you will go to the sink. I can't record in the sink, so pretend I'm in the sink, and you will just paint on your palm of your hand under running water to clean your brush. Then you know your brush is clean when there is no paint left on your hand, and you can kind of fix the bristles and then store it with the bristles facing up.